Hello, hello, hello. Is this working? Odin Portal. I don't have an Odin Portal, I'm afraid. I don't have one. What's going on? What is going on? Oh god. Okay. How does this work? Alright. Okay, this is the channel is back, and I have a backlog of devices to look at. The first of which is the Miyoo Flip, which is right here, Miyoo Flip. I bought this with my own money from Taobao in China. Ryan Poole, thank you for stopping by. Travel was long, and yeah, it was alright. Ryan Retro, hello as well, 2 Ryans. And Remo Retro Game, Barry Bethel, Airwalk 1616, hello to you all. I came back, and there are a few handhelds waiting for me. Yeah, the FOMO kind of. I was I was in bed when the first batch launched of the Miyoo Flip, and I bought one, and then I realized it was $95, and I was thinking, wait a minute, I don't want to spend $95 on RK3566, so I just cancelled it straight away. So I threw I was fishing, and then I threw the fish back into the sea. That was because $95 is too much for this. The AliExpress release. I don't know why it was 95 as well. I think it was because I was shipping it to where because I was in bed in the UK, and I think it added a lot of taxes onto it. So I just thought, okay, I'm just gonna wait for this one. So I ordered it from Taobao in China instead, and I got it delivered to China, and then I've picked it up now. So I haven't paid. I paid, I think, 55 for this US dollars, and I think that's a bit more reasonable for what it is. But let's get into the swing of things. I'm going to turn this music down. This music was from Mario Galaxy. I do have some other things I got from China as well, which are quite funny, quite interesting. Some Switch controllers, which I can talk about. And it's a little bit related to the new Retroid release as well. Actually, how about we do that first? So before is this working actually? Yeah, this is working. Let's do a little bit of pre-show, because I think I set the start time for like 4 o'clock. So I bought these Joy-Cons from China right here, and these Joy-Cons are actually pretty cool. They're from a company called Yonic. I'm not being paid by these guys. Actually, I'll say something bad about these in a moment, but I like that the design is quite slimline, because they're the same height as normal Joy-Cons, but they are recessed. They have a recessed D-pad, sorry, a recessed thumbstick, and I think this is what the Retroid Flip is going to be going for, the Flip 2. So this might be this kind of design might be something to look out for later, because you can see how, the thumbstick doesn't even come out more than the buttons. I mean, I've stuck something on the D-pad here to make it these buttons here to make it a D-pad, but this is going to be, I think you're going to see this design definitely in the Flip, because we already know what the Flip 2 looks like. But you may see this design somewhere else. It's kind of interesting, and it works. Like, it doesn't restrict your movement at all. So it's kind of a little interesting thing that's going to be probably appearing in a few more devices or controllers that we'll see later on this year. I've also got coming. I've got the Magic X here, so you've probably seen that. I've been playing on the Magic X on my travels, and the kind people at Magic X, Sean, did send me it when I was in China. There's your Magic X in Glacier. I've also got the GKD Pixel 2, and then I've also got the I got the Pixel 2 in black. Well, it's meant to be grey, but it looks more green grey than anything else. We'll go into that one probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. And then I've also got the Game MT E5 Plus, which is a bit of a weird one, and I kind of only bought it because I saw Gamma OS, the Gamma person, messing around with it, and that one was pretty cheap. So all of these are around $55, $60 US dollars. So they're all like a similar level of performance, or similar price point rather. So low to mid end devices. So let's get started on the Miyoo Flip. I should have adjusted my microphone before I started, because this is everywhere, before talking all that rubbish. It's been a while since I've streamed, so I kind of don't know what I'm doing. Well, actually, I streamed when I was sitting in Shanghai. Oh God. I streamed in Shanghai, and that was a secret stream. I'll probably put that up actually later on. Okay, I'm just adjusting the microphone. So that was a little pre-show rubbish for you. Pre-show ramblings. Oh God. Okay, that's a better position. All right. Oh, okay. Right, Miyoo Flip, what do you get? So this time they produced a box for it, which is a little bit useless, I think, because they also give you the carry case. Miyoo products used to come with only the carry case, but now you get a cardboard box. The funny thing is, right, when I got this, the cardboard box was basically like that, because the case didn't even fit. So it's a bit odd. And you've got some weird Chinese going on here. Initial search is one of the product features apparently, and then you've got some other stuff. Favorite game. Okay, and then the specs here. So this Cortex A55 1GHz is the Rocktrip RK3566, 480p 3.5-inch IPS display with some weird capitalization. 1 gig RAM. Not great for Gamma OS, to be honest. It's kind of like a RG353 VS or S-type style spec. So there was some Ambonic devices last year with this kind of spec. 2 gig is a bit better for this kind of device, but they went for 1. It runs Linux. It does have Gamma OS Android, which I will be putting on this, but for the moment we'll stick with the stock OS. Wi-Fi 2.5G, 5G. I'm not sure what the Bluetooth situation is actually on this. I think it may have the hardware, but they didn't do anything with it, so they just didn't put it on here, which was, I mean, at least they were being honest. The battery is 3,000 milliamps, which is a little bit low, a little bit on the lower side. On the double X devices from Ambernic, generally they go as low as 3,200, maybe 3,500. I think the Cube might be 3,800, isn't it? So it's a bit on the low side. And then you get a vibration motor, which I'm guessing is the vibration motor. There's also a mono speaker in here. Oh, actually, is there a dual? I think there might have been stereo speakers in here. I have to check that. And then the 3.5mm jack, which I have checked. And then you've got the body size here. So it gives you the... What the hell is this? Okay, it gives you, I guess, the open and then a closed body size. Okay, Sahabat Gamer is saying Gamma OS Core is the way. Be sure to replace Daijisho. I had a problem with Gamma OS Core. Keep restarting using Daijisho. So I think I might have seen that problem before on Daijisho. But yeah, you can replace your own home button launcher on Gamma OS Core. I think it might not be super. It might not be trivial to do, but I know it's possible. And then you get with Miyoo, with the Miyoo Flip, you do have Gamma OS Core available. All right, so that's the box and some of the specs. What do you get in the box? Right, so you get the device itself, which we'll just put to one side for the moment, and then there's a host of other trash which you get here. So it comes in a bag. You get some instructions, which is kind of, what was it in Chinese? Okay, you get some English and Chinese instructions, which no one ever looks at. Okay, yeah, some English and Chinese. You get a screen protector, but it's not a glass one, it's like a film. And I think that it's it was wise of them to go for this, because it's not, you don't get much space. You don't get much space in this. Like on the area of the screen. If they put something too thick, it probably wouldn't close properly. You get a USB-A to USB-C cable. You get a card reader, which I'm assuming is USB 2.0, because these cheap ones usually look like that. And then you get a 64GB SD card. So it came in this. All right, and then you get the carrier case. So this is like a ribbon cable this time, and then which is interesting. And then you get a carrier case, which has some cardboard on it. But you get a Miyoo branded carrier case, and mine's got a little bit of yeah, mine doesn't. Some quality control there, bad quality control there. Oh god, and it's a very fluffy thing inside. So it has space for your Miyoo Flip, and then some cables and stuff. So it's okay. I mean, at least they give you something. At least they give you some stuff. Screen protector is good, but some people might argue you don't need a screen protector for this kind of device, this flip device. So I need to talk about the 3.5mm jack and the USB charging, which I will say in a moment. Okay, so Dual Drive says, do I think for the price the asking price, is it too steep? And then another revision coming as right, yeah. So I'm pretty sure because Miyoo, right, with the Miyoo Mini, there was like 4 revisions of that. So I have no doubt they are producing another revision. With Ambernic or other companies, they often give, like, they do stealth revisions. They don't just say, you know, oh, here's V2 and then, you know, shout it out on top of the hills. Miyoo like to do that, though. So if they're saying they're going to give a part of revision 2, I'm pretty sure they will. When this came out, I remember there was an issue or something dodgy about the screen display ribbon cable. It goes very near these trigger buttons. So potentially when you press these trigger buttons, you are moving the display cable as well. So I remember seeing a screenshot of that. So I mean, outside the build quality seems okay to me. It seems not too bad, but inside I don't know what they've done to get this working, because yeah, as Dual Drive is probably alluding to, there were some definitely on Reddit anyway. There were some issues with this hinge, like it doesn't like close properly, or it doesn't like. I've seen people do like this, and then it's not closing properly or something. And I'll talk more about the hinge and also compare it to the SP, the RG35XX SP from Ambernick, because I've got some things to say about that. Now, do I think it's too steep? Probably is. Probably. I mean, for the prices I saw on AliExpress, I think it is a bit too steep. Similar to when the Miyoo A30 came out, that was quite steep, because I think I overpaid for that one. But if they can, because with Miyoo, right, the price often comes down after a bit of time, so maybe they'll get more units out and it comes a bit, it becomes like a budget flip, and then I think it's a bit more, a bit of an easier recommendation if it's, closer to $40, and then also has all of this firmware, like Gamma OS Core, MinUI, maybe MuOS, some other custom firmware stuff. That's not saying the stock firmware is like terrible at the moment. I think it's usable from what I've played a little bit, but yeah, I think if you're paying over $50 for this, $60, it might be a bit too much. But I'm going to use it a bit more actually, because I haven't used it too much. I've played maybe 2 or 3 games on it, and I'm going to spend a bit of time today to just get a better feeling for what this is. Because on these first streams that I do, often I've not even played the device, or I've only spent maybe 15 minutes or something on it. So, yeah. Right, just some other things then. So the charge port is down here. I don't like how they've not labelled anything on this. I don't know if it's an error or it's part of their design, but they haven't labelled like which side is the game card or the OS card, or what port this is. This is the charging port, I believe, and then this is the OTG port. Like, I'm not sure if I like that, but it's fine, I guess, if you get used to where they are. But this is the charging port, and in my experience, this does not charge with USB-C. I could not get it to charge with my USB-C to USB-C cable. It only worked charging with a USB-C to USB-A cable, which is the type that they give you in the box, which is basically the small one on this side to the big one on the other side. I could only get it charging on that. And then I will say, I always say this because I always do this test. I don't know who else does this test, but the 3.5mm jack on this device is not good. It's not good. The biggest problem, or the very, very strange problem, is when you have it at lowest volume, it emits this quite loud noise in your ear, like a screeching noise. Some metallic interference noise, and it's quite loud and it's quite strange. So when you're turning the volume down, just be a bit careful of that, because at 0 volume it'll just freak you out. So you'll have to use it if you want to, like, if you just, I don't know, just unplug the headphones if you want 0 volume. Just above 0, it will be okay, but then there is some, I can notice some fuzz. It doesn't seem as bad as other rock chip devices, but there is some fuzz at low volumes, which you will notice, some hiss basically, and it's not good. So this is not a good headphone jack from Miyoo. I kind of expected it though, because it's a RK3566 device, and historically, I don't know any RK35 or any rock chip device with a good 3.5mm jack, a clean one. So yeah, just be aware of that if you want to use this. It might be possible to use. It probably is possible to use the USB-C as the headphone output, so you'll need an adapter. But yeah, obviously that's extra cost if you want a good one. And yeah, if you're using 3.5, if you're using headphones, just be aware of that. All right, so just to get orientated around the device, I've just spun it around a lot, but it does have a mini. That's a mini HDMI. Yeah, it does have a mini HDMI, USB OTG on there. Shoulder buttons across there. That shoulder button is slightly raised, the L2 and the R2. That's a similar design to what Ambinic did, but I think Ambinic's buttons might not come out as much. I feel like these are a little bit. I'll get onto the controls later, but I feel they're a bit. Yeah, they're really not tactile. They're not tactile. Volume up and down. OS card is here. OS micro SD card is here. Headphone jack, power charging, USB-C, GEMS card, power button, and I think that's the microphone. You've got your LEDs here, your power LED, and then your charging LED. There's no detachable, there's no plate for the battery. You can't unscrew the battery or anything. You'll have to take apart the entire device. Someone, hello, welcome back. I am back. Welcome. I hope you have a good day at work. So yeah, that's what you got on the outside. So let's open it up. I will talk about more about the hinge later on, because I do have some things to say about the hinge. This is the screen. So the screen is 3.5 millimeters. Sorry, 3.5 inches, not millimeters. And it's quite. I like the fact that the bezel goes to the edge. Miyoo's done this on some other devices as well. Like they don't have much of a black area like around the device. So you'll basically what you see black here is the screen, which is pretty cool. And then you have these obnoxious rubber dots around here. I'm a bit. Yeah, I'm not that keen on these dots. I wish they made them sort of blend into the device a bit more. Because when I'm looking at the device, I feel like I'm looking at these dots, or seeing these dots. On the front, you have a D-pad, you have menu button, ABXY in this, what do you call it? Not conductive rubber, in this micro switch type design. You have one speaker here, speaker hole. And then you have two analog sticks. So these analog sticks can be pressed, sorry. Yeah, I forgot they did that. But they look like they can't be pressed because they look like Vita sticks. Yeah, I forgot they put that because they're sitting on top of buttons which they kind of jerry-rigged together. But it's on the. Is it the Trim UI? I think the Trim UI Smart Pro. You couldn't press them. Then you have a select and start here. So I think that's a mono speaker. I don't think they have stereo on this. And then you've got your charging lights here. So it's a smart looking device, I think. In this colour, it does look good. I don't like the pastel colour, and I don't like the yellow. And then black, I thought the black might get smudgy. So I went for this one. I went for the Super Nintendo one. The Midwest Whale and Dawson James, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you back. It's good to see you here. So let's turn this guy on. So let's check out the boot time, and then we'll talk about the hinge. So I'm pressing the power button now. Yeah. So we'll see Miyoo Mini Games, Miyoo Linux Games. It's a little bit dark, this screen. All right. So while that's okay, it's loading. Oh God. All right. Okay. There you go. There's the famous Miyoo interface. The screen is a bit dark from here. Hopefully you can see that on camera. Right. Oh my God, it is a bit dark, isn't it? All right. The hinge. So I'm starting the stream at 100% battery. The hinge, right? So it's a bit. I don't know how they made this hinge, but it's very creaky. It's very creaky. So I can push it all the way back, but it kind of springs back a little bit. So this is basically this is the build quality section of the stream, and then it has another position kind of here. It clicks again, so there it clicks, and then I move it with some force, and then it clicks again. And I believe there's another position just there. So there's a click like there, and then it will just go to the bottom. Yeah, like that. So that's the positions that you have, the angles that you have. Now I don't see myself ever using that angle. I think that's a bit hard to play at that angle for me. So I think my playing angle will always be this here, which is the furthest, not the furthest back it will go, because it will go a bit further than that, but sort of here. That's the second position, as it were, second viewing position, and I think it's okay. I think this is reasonable, reasonable for them to do. The screen is a bit dark. It's bloody Miyoo. I think they must have the Miyoo people like working in like a dark office or something. That's at maximum brightness. That's at maximum brightness. Oh, I don't need to wipe the screen yet. I do have some. Oh, I got some more. I got some cloths actually in China. My wife gave me a cloth. It has like screen cleaning fluid on it. Anyway, like the cloths are here. Okay, so yeah, I mean the hinge. I think it's okay. It hasn't broken for me yet. In the couple of minutes I've used it, but you will if you have the RG35XX SP, you will notice that the hinge is way better on this. The hinge is really smooth on this thing, but it only has one position there, like where it locks in. It doesn't have any other position apart from closed, and then fully open, which you probably never use. But the RG35XX motion is way better. It's just really smooth, and it's nice. It's really like it feels good. It feels like, you remember those like flip phones or those slider phones back in those Samsung ones. You probably had one maybe like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that. Like it feels like one of those. Like it feels like Samsung made the hinge basically, or Sony Ericsson or something like that. Like this is a good hinge. Whereas the one on the Miyoo Flip, it's a bit more like a toy. That's probably the best. Yeah, that's probably the best way I can describe it. It's more like a toy where it has this snapping sound that sounds like it breaks. It sounds like it's breaking inside or something, but it feels more like a VTech or something like that. Not Fisher Price, not as bad as Fisher Price maybe, but like VTech or those things. It's snapping inside, whereas this one is like modern electronics. Okay, but actually I don't have any problem with the plastics they've used. I think the general build quality, not too bad. Like the I mean just the look of it, and like it doesn't look super cheap or anything, but it's just that makes it a little bit. It's just that action does make it feel cheap. I will say something else about my particular model, my particular unit. I have a mark here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. There's like a grey mark just in between the buttons, and I don't know what that is. I tried to rub it out with I thought it was like a bit of pencil or something, but to me it looks like somebody's eyelash dropped into the... Does that appear on the camera? To me, right, it looks like someone's eyelash dropped onto the plastic mold while they were doing the plastic mold. So that's a bit of a problem. But I mean, I can't do anything about it. But yeah, that's a bit. That was a bit disappointing. I can't scratch this. Well, maybe I'll try a bit harder, but I'll try rubbing it out or something. But yeah, that's a bit crap. It looks like a crack, but it can't have cracked there. It's such a strange place to crack. But yeah, there you go. Okay, Miyoo Flip OS. So this is a stock OS. As I said, there are some custom firmwares available for this, and they're probably going to be better than this. But I thought I'd just, as a baseline, just see what it came with. This is hella Chinese, by the way. Because I bought the Chinese version, everything is in, like all of the games are in Chinese. The names of them. But they actually have American ROMs, which is kind of weird. So I'll give you an example, right? So there's Super Mario 64, but we're going to play the IQ version of this. So we'll play some Chinese Super Mario 64 in a moment, but everything is like this, like this, which is pretty funny. So in the menu, if you've used Miyoo products before, you probably know what's going on with this. I will go through some interesting stuff. So the apps, they have a USB mass storage, which is kind of good. I don't think Ambinic still have. I don't think Ambinic have this yet, where you can plug the device into a USB socket and then actually pull the files directly off it. I know some people have been requesting that. We have Willy Willy, which is a Bilibili client. Basically, Bilibili is YouTube for Chinese people. We have two RetroArch, 32-bit, 64-bit. We have DingUX Commander, which is a file manager. We have a GMU, a GNU music player. We have this thing, which I think is a game. I've got no idea what game it is. Ebook reader, real-time clock setter, Scum VM, which is for playing adventure games like Secret of Monkey Island. We have this game here, which I believe is Sword and Fairy. We have Sonic Mania. That looks like Stardew Valley. And then this game, I had no idea what it was, but it's actually Turtles. I think it's Shredder's Revenge, that last one here. So no, they're mixing up all the ports and things in this app section here. In the settings, we have Wi-Fi, we have color. Oops, color is Miyoo's way to set the saturation of the colors or the brightness and contrast. I think this is quite good because again we don't have this on Ambinic stock firmware, or not many other people do this, and I think PowKitty don't do this either. So that's pretty good. Languages: English, simplified and traditional Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Portuguese. That's your languages. Calibration is for the analog sticks. Keys map is for remapping your keys around if you don't like B and A or whatever being there. Background volume is that background music. So there's some like Wii store music or some menu music. If you don't like that, then you can just turn it off. Turbo input is like auto fire. Themes, so they give you quite a lot of themes. They give you Hippo, Pornhub, the classic Miyoo theme. This theme is just called Cozy, and it came on the device. You have something here called Use Emulation Station, so you can switch to Emulation Station, which is the more traditional layout which we've seen in other custom OS. So they've included that. I've not done this yet, so I might do that later. Dual Drive is asking for Silent Hill Origins, so I don't think they have that many PSP games on this, but I'll tell you what, Dual Drive, I'll do some more streams on this probably later this week. So I'll get through all of the new devices that I've got this week, and then I'll start coming back to them probably like Thursday, Friday. I am planning to do a lot more regular streams than before, because I have a bit more time. I know before, before Christmas, I wasn't that regular with the streams, but I'm going to be coming back to them. Okay, I've got Hibernate, factory reset, device info, hardware test. So hardware test is just to make sure that your stuff works. It's very odd that there's no red dot here. on the right. But I'm assuming the right one works. Everything works on my device, which is good. I think I've got a reasonably decent copy, apart from that mark in the middle of the ABXY buttons. So like I don't see any other problems apart from that. I don't see any weird scratches or issues. So hopefully you guys who've ordered one get the same level of QC quality. Okay, so what can this device actually do? Oh, that's okay. So there's a weird icon up there, and that's actually the volume. The white icon up there. So I'll put the volume up. Okay, Pompey till die 83 is saying most PSP runs great with auto frame skip on. Silent Hill Origins, I think, does run all right on this kind of chip, but I think it may have some issues with the lighting, right? The lighting may be a problem when you get into the hospital, I think, or when you get into the first building. After the prologue and the first sort of building. All right, let's check how Chinese. This is going to hit you now with the amount of Chinese. Okay, N123R is asking, will Flip 2 be Android? I'm already waiting a Flip. Yeah, N123R. I mean, Retroid only do Android. They've never done a Linux only device. So I'm pretty sure it will be Android. So hopefully this is the one for you. I will be getting one. I'll definitely be buying one. Not sure if I'll go for the GameCube this time. I might go for a different color. Okay, so games. Is there a better theme that I can use? Because this one is a bit dark. HT. Thank you for your message there. Let me just change the theme and then I'll read it again. Okay, this theme looks a bit shite as well. Okay, this is a light theme. Okay, let's go for this one. God, this is a bit. This the prompt. Yeah, this one. Oh, I like this theme actually. This theme's alright. Okay, HT. HT's been alright. Thank you for your message. I've just been traveling a bit and I've been away from here, so I've not been able to do any streaming. I did have a secret stream in Shanghai. Yeah, I did have a secret one. So some people got to see some of Shanghai for like 1 second. Dawson James says Retroid need to stick with transparent shells. I think all of my Retroids are. Oh no, I have the crystal. Yeah, the crystal one was quite good. The crystal transparent was nice. I think they need to. I would like to see probably a PlayStation themed Retroid. Dual drive, yes. RP5 and RP Mini have Rocknix Linux. Yes, they do. Out of the box, all of them are Android or dual drive. That's kind of what I meant. HT, I would use it as a media machine rather than games. Flip 2. Okay. I mean, why not just get a phone or a tablet? Maybe just get a tablet if you want to watch media on it. Muzaffar Turan, welcome back, man. Thank you for your message. Thank you. HT, I was in China and I was in the UK. Zodiac Curse, which 3 handhelds did I bring on my travels? I had the Nintendo Switch OLED. I had the Anbernic, what do you call it? The PC one, the Win 600. And then I had the Magic X XU Mini M, and then in China they sent me the XU sorry, they sent me this one, which is the, what do you call it? Mini 028. So that's the handhelds that I had with me. I also had the RG34XX in purple and in Glacier, so I had like 5 handhelds by the time I was done with my travels. Solid as tea, hello. Hello. Hello, hope you're enjoying your coffee. And stick around because I'm going to be streaming a lot more. Hopefully these emojis showing up. These emojis showing up. Let's see some emojis in chat because I want to see some. I want to see some emojis on the bottom. Yeah, they're working. Nice, nice. I remember TMS was complaining that I killed the emojis, but the emojis, I figured out what was happening and I brought the emojis back on the chat stream on the bottom. Okay, Ryan, Sabat Gamer. Yes, I have the GameCube one. I like the GameCube one. Tom's Cubes and Games. Hello, welcome back. Ryan Fleming, it's crazy. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. I mean, to me, right. So what my wife, I explained the situation to my wife once, and she said like, what probably happened is the original Miyoo people, they probably sold the company to someone else. And that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Like maybe they just sold it to someone else, and someone else is giving us all this Miyoo stuff now. Because that's why it's so different, right? Okay, Win 600 in 2025. Yeah, I mean, I got a Win 600 a little bit. I spent too much on it actually, but I got it for slightly cheap, and then I thought I could tame the fan noise, but Win 600 fan noise is a bit of a pain in the ass. So I've left that handheld in the UK actually. So I'm afraid I can't show that on stream. Okay, HT Flip 2. You won't get people asking it's a phone or a tablet. Yeah, it's. I mean, Flip 2 I think might be a little bit bigger than you think, because 5.5 inch is not a small. I think the Flip might be a bit big. The Flip 2. Tom's Cubes and Games. Thank you for your message. Actually, on HT on that, you know what? Let's take this stream a little bit easy because I got a bit of time, and yeah, I've got a bit of time. So HT, right? So if they, I spoke about this a little bit earlier in the stream, but I bought this in China. I bought some Joy-Cons in China, some Switch Joy-Cons, and they're using the same design as the Retroid Flip 2. Because if you notice the Flip 2, right, it has recessed thumbsticks, and these Joy-Cons actually do the same thing. So I'm thinking if Retroid achieved that kind of thickness, that would be pretty cool. Because these have got no grip, right? They've got no ergonomics or whatever. They're just flat. Like, and you see how the stick sits in. Like, basically the stick is the height of almost the height of the Joy-Con. And that's pretty cool. If Retroid can pull that off and make the Flip as thin as this, that would be quite cool, I think. So these are aftermarket Joy-Cons from a company called Yonic, and yeah, that was quite an interesting find for me when I was shopping in China. So you can expect the Flip 2 might be that kind of thickness, the base anyway. Okay, dual drive. You're hearing good things about the Magic Mini 028. It's decent. The stock experience was decent for me. The D-pad a little bit less, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, animated emojis. Yeah, I don't know how they do. Well, I don't know how we get animated emojis on the bottom. Ryan Fleming, yeah, it kind of makes sense to me, but who knows what happened to Miyoo. Dawson James, do I find the RP5 is hard to hold on to? You like the height of the RP4 better? I do find that I find it's okay. I find it's okay. I mean, the RP4, I kind of think it was. I think I have this. To be honest, I think I have the same difficulties with both Dawson James, with the shoulders, like the shoulders not being easy to press when you're going down for that foam stick. Sabat Gamer D-pad is better. Yes. So I need to play on this a bit more, and then we'll find out, because I think that the D-pad is it might be, it's definitely as good as the RG35XXSP, but I don't know if it's better yet. Sabat Gamer, I'm gonna play a bit more and find out. Ryan Fleming, I don't like the Magic X Mini 028 D-pad. No, I don't. I think it's serviceable, but I don't like it. I'll say it just works for me. Right, so let me play a D-pad game actually, because I've been playing more N64 games on this. I've been playing more Mario. So I've got to find a D-pad game. God. Okay, this will do. F-Zero GBA. What the hell is this? Okay, oh, what is it with... What is it with Miyoo? Because Miyoo's screens are always quite dark, aren't they? They're always dark. What can I do? Jesus. And make it darker. Okay, I'm having to blow out some of the, you see it's getting a bit, I'm changing the exposure a bit of the camera, because I think you guys won't be able to bloody see that. It's a bit crap, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to play it like this. So the back's going to be blown out. Unless I can change it a bit. Yeah. That's not good. The sound is okay on this device. The sound is not bad. Okay, I'm playing F-Zero GBA fully in Chinese here. HT, am I watching any movies? Well, my wife got obsessed with, well, I kind of did as well, with the Clarkson's Farm. so we were watching Clarkson's Farm in China. My in-laws also liked watching Clarkson's Farm, so everyone was watching that. It was kind of weird watching it in China. So I know that's not really it's probably like a boomer thing, isn't it? Oh god, it's a bit of a boomer series, but I don't know. It was just completely different to anything I was watching before. So yeah, we were watching Clarkson's Farm. Okay, oh god. Right, so a flip device is a bit harder for me to get in the camera, so I'm going to just have to come down a little bit, so it's... Oh god. I have to remember how to play games on stream. Fully in Chinese. Yeah, everything is in Chinese in this device. I'm assuming if you buy it from AliExpress, they give you the the English image, but mine is in Chinese. My Miyoo Flip. It'll probably be the only time when I show it on stream in Chinese, because when I get to formatting it for Gamma OS and stuff, I'll put my own games on it. But yeah, it's always I find it funny or interesting anyway to see what the Chinese put on the device, you know, compared to like what kind of games they like to play, and yeah, just how they how they set it up. So you get a little bit of insight of what the Chinese gaming culture's like. I didn't see, when I was in China, I didn't see any shops just outright selling these devices, by the way. I saw 2 or 3 shops selling Switch games, and Nintendo Switch. I'm assuming they were, you know, fully licensed by Nintendo, but I didn't see any shops selling stuff like this. Like, I think this is even niche in China. This this hobby, this retro game hobby. Oh, I messed that up. I think it's very niche. Oh god. Okay, I came second. That's not terrible. Not terrible. Ryan F, I was there for Chinese New Year, so it wasn't work related. Dawson James, have I tried Pulvia? I saw some information about it, but I haven't tried it yet. No. Eric Neff, install Windows 98. Install Windows 98 on an RG 35XX Gonna get some Chaos Island running on it. I don't know what Chaos Island is. Is it an old DOS PC game, I guess, or Windows PC game? I know some people. There was someone who was playing. What was it? Oh, playing something weird on that handheld. That's quite funny. Okay, that was F-Zero GBA. So they're using some filters, and they're using a overlay for GBA, just to give you that like Game Boy Advance logo and the scan lines and stuff. I just left that as is. Let's just come back to this game menu briefly. So the systems out of the box they give you are arcade, which I'm guessing is okay. So it's CPS 1, CPS 2 and 3, Capcom, PGM. I don't know what it is, but it looks like some Chinese arcade stuff. I know Knights of Valor is a thing in China, but I don't know what that game is. It might be a homegrown game. Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure 2, Metal Slug, Grandia, and Resident Evil Code Veronica. DOS games. So these look like Chinese games. Easy RPG. I've got no clue what that says. So I can read a little bit of Chinese, but not like that. I don't know what the hell that is. I can read like Coca-Cola in Chinese. That's my level. Muzaffar T, yeah, it is funny. It is funny seeing what they put onto this. Dual Drive, thank you very much for the super chat. It's very much appreciated. All this super chat cash will go towards new devices. All proceeds go to, yeah, basically new devices. Thank you so much, Dual Drive. Also, thank you to all. There's some people who are sending me some super thanks over these couple of weeks I was away, and that kind of blew my mind as well. I didn't realize people would do that. But thank you very much. As I said, yeah, all proceeds are going to new handhelds. They do not go to I don't know, the Chinese government or something like that. They don't go anywhere else. Basically, any money here is going into handhelds. Ryan Fleming. I think Ryan F. They have two different. Normally, right? They'll have an international set, and then they'll have one for the Chinese. I feel like they'll have like an SD card image for that side, and then one for the other side. Okay, this is FB Neo now. So FB Neo, there's a lot. Basically, most of the FB Neo collection, I guess. Oh, it seems mixed up though, because I think some of these games, they don't look like FB Neo games to me. Like that, I don't remember Jackie Chan being on Final Burns list. All this Knights of Valor stuff. So there's a lot of arcade games here. I'm not going to go through them all. FC is Famicom. Now with this, it's a bit everywhere. So they've got 658 games here, and a lot of them are actually Chinese games. They've got these Chinese folders as well. I got no idea what this stuff is, and there's no box art for them either. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I've got a feeling Final Fantasy VII Advent Children did not come out for the Famicom. So I'm gonna press that later, I think, just to see what the hell it was. Also, I'm wondering if there's some dodgy stuff on this, like pornography, but I doubt it, because like that would really get some Chinese censor riled up. So I don't think they've done that. I got no idea. There's nothing. Okay, Dragon Ball there. There's nothing telling me what the hell this is. But then you've got these weird, like, these are really weird. 102 in one, 150 in one, 500 in one. Like, what the hell are these? And then you've got a massive list of Chinese games. So FC, Famicom, CN, China. So I'm guessing these are all localized China games. And then you've got JP for Japanese. And then at the end of the list, you've got US games. So these have all been scraped, it looks like. So they put the box art in there. Yeah, so this is the FC US list now. So that's okay. I want to see what that Advent Children was. So they're putting some funny. Let me see what Advent Children, because that's quite recent, right? Advent Children. Let's see what Advent Children for the Famicom was. If it's oh god. Okay, coming out of Shenzhen and Nanjing is Final Fantasy VII for the Famicom. What is this? Oh, what? Okay, did someone demake Final Fantasy VII? This is... Oh my god. I think they... This is probably someone's... This is probably someone's pet project, right? It's just been stolen. Okay. Oh man, it works as well. Oh, there's more. Alright, let's just take these guys out. Okay, Musafa T, did I come across any Chinese people using handhelds? People pulling out an Ambernick? Absolutely not. No, I was on the metro quite a lot in Shanghai. I also went to Nanjing actually as well, and I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone using a handheld. I didn't see anyone using a Switch or a Steam Deck. Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna get killed here. There's too many bad guys. Oh, the music's pushing the limits of the Famicom. Okay, what is this? Okay, I'm gonna move on. This was a bit, but it's very weird to see that on there. Yeah, so that's the Famicom stuff. Game Gear looks like 385 games here. I think they just mixed them all up, basically. Yeah, I think Game Gear probably did not come out in China. I'm pretty sure it didn't come out in China. So these will be the US games, I think, or Japanese. GB, Game Boy. Okay, so Game Boy was pretty popular in China, so I imagine some of these games are going to be, yeah, these are Chinese games, these GBCN ones. You got 500 games, some hacked games here. Double Dragons. Oh, so they probably got cheats. Yeah, cheats added onto them. God, hack. All right, all these got box art except for the ones in the hack folder. And then GBA, 651 games, so a mix of EN and JP. I guess there's some CN somewhere in there as well. All these are these have got box art. Same setup, GBA hack. Some probably like patched games or something. Translated Chinese games. Good Boy Galaxy's there. SWPL Gaming. Hello. Thank you for coming back. GBC got 400 games here. Again, yeah, so the setup does quite well, I guess. Jamie, I've just been talking a bit. I've not been playing much. I think I've played 2 games in this stream, so we'll pick it up with the games. But I'm just getting acquainted with the device and getting reacquainted with you guys in the chat, actually. Mem Plus, I guess it's just arcade games, right? Yeah. So these are in English, which is useful. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's Jean-Claude Van Damme. All right. Okay. MD Mega Drive. Oh God, what's this? Okay, these are all categorized, but unfortunately, I don't know what the categories are. Oh, what's that? Okay. MPV is a movie player. No, like Korean pop music or movies today. I think the other one there was, what was it? GKD Bubble or something, or one of the GKD devices. It had a full movie on it. It had like Totoro or something on it. MS. We got Master System. Again, I think Sega didn't really. I got a feeling Sega didn't hit China. Probably until the Mega Drive, or something like that. Mugen. Okay, so I did play that, so I might put that on later. N64. We've only got 2 N64 games. Looks like Castlevania 64, I think that is, and then Mario, the IQ version, which I'll play in a moment. NDS, we've only got 2 games. So I think that's Area of Sorrow, Castlevania, and that's Biohazard, that's Resident Evil. Neo Geo is probably good. Actually, Neo Geo is quite popular in China, because I saw people playing arcade like Neo Geo, King of Fighters. I saw people playing King of Fighters in China. They weren't like, I'd imagine the Chinese old school players would be like smoking tons of cigarettes, but it was no smoking. So this is Neo Geo Pocket, 84 games here. That's probably most of the collection, to be honest. Open Beats of Rage, PC Engine, 292 games. PGM, I don't know what this is. This might be another Chinese bit of hardware. Pico 8. Oh, this is okay. These have been translated. Okay. PlayStation. Okay, so we do have some PSP games. A bit more than I thought, but unfortunately, I don't think Silent Hill's there. I don't know what those other ones are though. That's probably third birthday, maybe. I might try these. Just see if Silent Hill's on there. Oh, more systems. Okay, so PlayStation, we've got 14 games. So I got Silent Hill 1. Mega Man X4. 8. Oh, what is that saying? 8 people something. That character looks like rice, but it's not rice. Street Fighter. Is that Tekken 2? No, that's not Tekken. This is like North Girls something. What the hell is that? Oh man, my Chinese is really bad. Oh, ports. Okay, so ports, they've got a lot of ports here. That Mugen is not what I think. Okay, the answer. Hello. Yeah, that Street Fighter, I think it's EX3. I think it's EX3. So on the port side, we've got, I don't know what this game is. It Minute? I've seen it on, I think I have that on Steam. LVFC, I don't know what the hell that is. ITTA, I don't know what that is. Undertale, okay. Iconoclasts, Guacamelee, what is that? I don't know what that game is. Streets of Rage remake, I don't know what that is. I also don't know what that is. I can't read the logo either. I don't know what that is. That says Valhalla. Is that the bartender action and something? I think that... Oh, I'm not sure what it is, actually. Super Meat Boy, Shovel Knight, AM2R. Okay, so it looks like they've just gone into Portmaster and just dropped you a lot of real games. Dropped you a lot of pirated files. Saturn? Oh, God. I don't know what these are. Super Famicom. Okay, these have got box art at least. Oh, there's a Zelda. MSU. I need to find out what MSU is, because isn't MSU like the high? Isn't it like the game with the CD soundtrack or something? Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking about. Okay, we've got loads of American games here. So that character there, that appears, on the end of all of these, that means it's American, I believe. So there's a lot of, you got what, it's 200 American games there on Super Nintendo, and then finally we've got Wonder Swan Color. Okay, so there's about 200 games there. So that's the game selection that they give you on the Chinese side. It's a bit, yeah. I mean, you probably will never encounter this because you're not going to be buying the Chinese version of the Miyoo Flip. But you also can't switch the games. Oh, that's God of War. This you can't switch like the games list because it's just burned. It's like the file names. The file names are actually in Chinese. So if you do actually find yourself with a Chinese Miyoo Flip, just like, and you don't read Chinese, just don't use the SD card. Like just use your own SD card. Find the like. Operating system, the bare operating system, and then just use it. Because the answer, you won't be able to change it to English easily. you could use Google Lens, but it will probably take you a while. SWPL, I think the build. I'm a bit more positive about the build quality than you, I think. But the flip hinge definitely does make it feel cheap. Like, I think the build quality is not terrible in terms of the shell and the buttons and like the controls and things, and the sound here of the speaker. But the flip thing really does, like, the thing that, because you interact with it a lot, right? It is just the sound of it and the feel of it. It's not smooth at all. Like the way that it snaps. It sounds like it's snapping something. It's not nice. It's not nice. Whereas, you've got the SP here, and then it's really smooth, right? Especially it's been through, I think, maybe one revision, maybe two, stealth revisions, but the SP is really nice, and it feels more like a bit of a piece of electronics, right? Whereas this feels more like a toy. So Dawson James. Let me just pause this. Oh God. Okay, they're PPS SPPs in Chinese. Let me just give you a quick comparison between the SP. So it's not massively smaller, but I think it does make a difference. I think it does actually make a difference. So side by side, it doesn't seem like it's like a couple of millimeters this way, smaller, and then like it's a good what, at least half a centimeter less in width, like that. And then thickness wise, the SP is thicker, but again, not that much in it. Not a lot in it there. And then yeah, that's kind of your dimensions. It's not. I think it does make a difference. I think it would make a difference in your pocket, but not significant, because it's the thickness that kind of gets you on it, because it's still a little bit thick. This is the RG35XX SP. Reviewers seem to like the RG35. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Actually, let me play it a bit more. Let me play a bit more. To be honest, after playing the RG34XX SP, RG34XX a lot, I think that might be my favorite XX device. That actually might be my favorite one. Okay, SWPL Gaming says the SP has a better power button. Hang on, what was the power button in this? The power button's just here, right? Yeah. Yeah, Ryan F. I'm not a big fan of the Cube. The Cube XX. I like the Cube, but the Cube XX I think is a bit big. Bit big. Okay, what am I... Jesus. I've forgotten how... Oh, okay, I'm good. I think I'm good. Yeah. Oh, shit. Alright. Okay, nice. Right, okay, so somebody left their save state on God of War. Oh, God. Let's try God of War. Chains of Olympus. The screen is dark. Why? What is it with Miyoo and the dark screens? I think I need to put the brightness up in. Let me do that. Because they've got it in game, right? Sorry, in the menu. I'm just gonna jack it up, the brightness. I might destroy the. Okay, so there's that, and then there's this illumination. Okay, I think I'm gonna be destroying some of the colors. But they have it on 4 by default, but I'm gonna put it on 10. I might be blowing out some of the colors, but I mean, I don't know why they have it so low. But yeah, there you go. Let's put it on like that. Mima69. It is live. Yes. Hello. Fadil G6, welcome back. If there is some racing PSP game, I will play it after this, so I will play at some point. I'm gonna check what PSP games you got. I've increased the brightness a bit on this stream, because the brightness of this screen is not great. Okay, let's see how this runs. I imagine they got some frame skip on, right? Yeah, they got frame skip on by default. So we'll just leave it on their settings for a moment. Okay, I'm just gonna check also, is the screen centered? Because sometimes, in the case of the RP5, because my RP5, the screen is not straight. And I've only just recently noticed that. Okay, this one is okay. This one is okay. I think the bezel around the screen is bigger on the top and bottom. Maybe just like ever so slightly bigger on the top and bottom. Let me see when it comes back. But yeah, still, I think it's decent. It's pretty even, the black bezel. There is a very, very thin black bezel around the edge, and it's actually quite good. But it's all aligned and all that. So the game is also stretched. Okay, we're playing God of War here. It's on frameskip 1. It seems awkward. I'll say that with the thumbstick down here, but not terrible. Not terrible. Not terrible. Yeah, Ryan F. I think I only just noticed it, but it's really hard to. I think my screen is not straight because it's just like half a millimeter off or something. Because I feel like if I play, you know those PS2 Ryan F. You know those PS2 games where you need to cut off one pixel. I think maybe Shadow of the Colossus or GT4. There's like a garbage pixel on some of the or just when you have the game running. And on RP5, I think I can't see it. Whereas on other handhelds, I can see it. So I have a feeling that my device, I think the screen is not straight. This device the screen is straight, and the screen is well aligned. So no worries about this one. I'm getting killed though, and the speed is not it's not amazing, but it's okay. It's okay. I can't feel like any. I can feel it like warming up a little bit, but not. It's not like. It's not really noticeable or causing me any issues. So heat-wise, I think it's okay. And this is going to be one of the more demanding games, I think. Mima69, this is an RK3566 device with 1 GB of RAM. 3.5-inch display. That's the couple of important specs off the top of my head. Okay, the sound is okay, and do you know what? I think the analog stick is not as bad as I thought it would be. Now that I've played with it a bit more on here and on Super Mario as well, I think it's not bad. Oh god, I need to spam this button. Oh. Oh god, I died. Okay, so this button, not that spammable. I failed the QTE. Dryfogo, it is indeed a PS Vita analog stick, but they have added the L3 and R3, which is kind of cool. So I don't know how they did it, but they've customized it. So it's actually good. All right, so I'll move on. There's a lot more games to play, but I think God of War is running okay at one auto frameskip 1. It's okay. It's okay. That was a bad death actually. That was a bad death. So I'll play. Let me just exit this. I wanted to see for Fadil if there are any racing games. Oh god. Okay. Let me just try and find, because he did ask for some. Where's the bloody PSP games? ROMs, is it? What? Where's it? Oh god. PSP ROMs. There you go. Okay, oh, that's very small, but that's very small. Okay, what PSP games did they give us? They gave us Loco Roco, Metal Slug, a lot of Metal Slug, Gen Dark. Oh, they didn't give us any. They didn't give us any racing games on PSP, I'm afraid. So I'll move on to Mario 64. I want to check for Ryan F as well. The C stick. I think it is. I think it is okay. All right. Let me make the FPS count a bit bigger. Because that's already a little bit. Can you see that? Yeah. God. I'm gonna have to bump this up massively so you can see the FPS. Okay, you can just about see the FPS there. Right. Yeah, as you can see, this is Mario 64 in Chinese. Bloody hell. IQ everywhere. Like, it's so weird playing Mario 64 in Chinese. So I've never seen it like this. Like, I've never seen, like, I always play, even the Japanese version I think has English. Let me run through, I'll run through the start, just so you can see. Actually, let's just go for it. I can't be bothered watching the intro. But I think you can see, like, it runs pretty decently, and the analog stick does work correctly. Like, he can walk, he can run, and like, I can get to the full speed of Mario quite easily. I don't mind. I did when I first saw this device, right? I thought I would not like using the analog sticks, but now that I've got it in my hands and I'm playing a bit more with this game and the previous one, it's actually not that bad. Not that bad. I don't have Mario 64 with a shotgun, I'm afraid. I do want to. I've not even got around to playing that, but yeah. What was I going to do? So yeah, in the starting area, it's fine. C-stick, let's just check. Yeah, so they've mapped it to the right analog stick correctly, so that's good on the stock firmware. So well done. Well done, Miyoo. Let's try and get a star. I've already got one star, I think. There you go. Here we go in Mandarin Chinese. Yeah, it's kind of weird seeing it like this. But yeah, runs decently. No issues. That I've seen so far anyway on this game, this particular game. It does have the ability to select the core that you're using. So I think I'm using the parallel core here. But in the launcher you can, just before you launch the game, you can switch between, you know, Mupen or parallel. I think you press the X button just before starting the game. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. LSMNX, hello, welcome back. RK3566, yeah. Let's get some of that Mario music. Okay, so it looks a lot better with the brightness turned up for sure. So I recommend if your device is feeling a bit dark, you should bump up the brightness in the menu in the stock firmware, because that's a bit too The default setting is too low on the brightness. Yeah, I think N64 wise, it's not the RK3566 is not the like one and done chip for their system. So but having said that, the Magic X Mini Zero does quite well on N64. They included a lot of N64 games with their default, with their SD card. And I was actually quite impressed with the Magic X Mini Zero 2.8 performance of it on the N64. Yeah, LSMNX, I'll do another stream on Magic X, a proper stream. Rather than just streaming from my phone in Shanghai, in a Shanghai hotel. I'll do another Mini 028 stream. Because they're nice people at Magic X, I think. Especially with that device. I think they've redeemed themselves with the 2.8. Yeah, it has the A133. Is it P? Or S, it has the A133 in it. Alright, let's move on. SWPL Gaming, yes, I'm overseas. I'm even more overseas now. Okay, so my battery's dying a bit. I'm going yellow now. I was fully charged at the beginning of the stream. Alright, so I'm gonna play... Oh god. Do I have any racing games? Let's play whatever this is. I don't think this is a racing game though. This might be Street Fighter. This is a PlayStation game. Okay, Street Fighter EX2 Plus. Alright, that's good. So let's test the D-pad a bit. What do I want to do? Let me just... let me make that bigger. Make that FPS counter bigger. Let's save it this time. Alright. Okay. A little bit of crispiness there. A little bit of sound stutter there. Alright, let me just check my... I'll just check the battery again. So I've got 78%. So I think the counter on the counter in the stock OS front end doesn't seem to be that accurate, because it looked like 50%, but it's actually 78 according to RetroArch. I did start at 100, or very, very close to 100, like 99 or something like that. So. Okay, what's going on here? Arcade. Alright, arcade. I'm not sure if I've played this one. I think I played the first one. Again, it's a bit down. Oh, I didn't want Ryu. Oh, whoops. It's okay. Oh, I don't think I've played this game. Oh god, some flashing textures. Alright. Oh god, it's loud. Oh, okay, so it's very easy to do Hadouken. This pad is quite good for fighting games. Oh, actually, before I say that, let's try and do a Dragon Punch. Okay, I take that back. I take that back. It's not, like, really, really easy, but it's... Let me see. Okay. Okay, so there was someone asking before. I think it might have been Sabat Gamer about the D-pad. I think the D-pad is definitely as good as the SP one. It's pretty good. I'm having a little bit of trouble doing Dragon Punch. Oh, but it's coming to me now. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's quite good. Let me. Okay, I forgot that in this game they don't have hurricane kicks. They're like Dan's. They're like bloody Dan's kick. Like, I don't know why they did that. Yeah, D-pad is quite good. D-pad is approved actually. I think approved from me. Yeah. Definitely the fireball is easier. Left side Dragon Punch a bit harder, but I guess it could be because like the device is a bit thinner. But I think I'm all right. Hang on a minute. Ambinic new handheld. Hang on. Hang on. What was that? Ambinic new handheld. What's that? They normally announce. Sorry, I need to check. Ambinic's usually at 6 p.m. man. Yeah, you're just getting me there. Oh god. Okay. You got me for a minute. I mean, it could be like Ambinic's like a bit late for this month, right? Because they usually announce in the middle of a month. How's my experience in China? There's a bit of everything really. Because we went to a place called Nanjing, and Nanjing's a bit of a. It's not a dump, but it's like old China. It's like China from a couple of years ago, like 10 years ago or something. So China from 10 years ago was not as advanced, let's say. And there's a lot of people like spitting in the streets and stuff. Spitting on the pavement. I really maybe in more developed parts of China, like Shanghai or Hong Kong or these kind of places, people don't do it anymore. But in Nanjing, they definitely do that. And there's a lot of bikes around, a lot of electric e-bikes. That kind of beeping around as well. That kind of pissed me off. But the food, and when you go to like the food was excellent. But when you go to like sightseeing places, it's really nice. The tourist attractions, they really made sure they're all clean and you know where to go, and it's all good. So it's only when you go on like off the beaten track a little bit, you see a bit of the poorer side of China. Everything's quite convenient, I'd say. I didn't get stuck like not knowing where I was. If you're going to China, you need there's a couple of apps that you must have. Like you need Alipay to do any payment stuff. You need WeChat to talk to anyone, and then you need an app called AirMap. AirMap is really useful, and I think AirMap is better than Google Maps, like in terms of the service that they provide. It's quite good. Like if you, it's kind of interesting because you think that, oh, Google Maps is good enough, right? You think Google Maps is quite amazing already, but then you try a product from like a different country, and doing the same thing, and you realize, oh, there's other ways to solve the same problem, of like getting somewhere, or getting information about stuff, about locations, or where to go, or where to eat, and oh, I'm gonna get killed. Oh. Oh, one. Okay, did I get offered free cigarettes? No, I didn't get any cigarettes. Okay, let's do this bonus stage and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, there's so many, like in Nanjing. What? Okay, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea how to get through that. What was I saying? I completely forgot about what I was saying. What was I talking about? I've never seen that before, that bonus stage, and it's just completely threw me off now. No, I had no cigarettes. E-bikes were everywhere, beeping everywhere. There were so many couriers around delivering stuff, which is what I was about to say, I think. Okay, let's try something a bit. Let's try a Dreamcast game. That's going to be a bit more tougher to run. Let's try Sonic Adventure 2. Will I be back in time for London Gamers Market? What is London Gamers Market? Is it in summer? SWPL Gaming. If it's in summer, I may be there. I will be there. Okay. Oh, this is using Flycast. Drubo, you're watching from the pub. Is it a bit early for the pub? Comiket. Oh god, it's in Chinese. What the hell is this? Okay, that's delete, so I don't want to do that. Oh, well, then just press. Okay, that was playing. Alright, good. I could be there for July. Yeah, I could go to July. I went to the Eurogamer thing last year. The Euro, is it EGX? I was at EGX, and that was quite good because they had a lot of retro consoles, retro devices there. I was quite happy with that. Oh god, this is the Chinese version of Sonic. Oh, he's speaking Japanese. It's Chinese on the screen, but he's speaking Japanese. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's that's Chinese. I didn't know Dreamcast came out in China. Oh god. Okay, so this is the Japanese version of Sonic Adventure, but with Chinese text. It could be like Taiwanese version or something. The FPS is in the bottom right corner. It is not running at 60. It's running at 35, 40. Did touch 50 then. So I think the A133P on the Magic X is better than this. Unless they can come up with something in the firmware. But the Magic X was running this game better. Oh god. Okay, I'm getting about 45 FPS. It's in the bottom left. It moved over because this is Flycast standalone. Oh god, I got hit by the robot. Okay. Oh, I hate this part. Oh god, and the FPS was really tanking then. Okay, some Chinese translation. Yeah, Dawson James, I'm not sure. Because with Flip, right, there's some logistical issues, I guess. Like I guess they get more defects, but I think we'll see more Flip. I hope to see a slide, like a cheap slide, as well. We'll see. I think this is running with some frame skip. I feel like this is not completely smooth. Oh god. I need to use that pulley. Oh no, I've lost my phone's gone off. I can't see the I can't see the stream. Okay, let's try and finish the stage. Oh, I think I've never done that before. This is not a not a great experience, I think, on this device. This game. The frame rate. I mean, the frame rate's playable, but not great. It works. I'd say it works. Like, it's playing the game, but it's not really doing it well. Yeah, I think, as I said before, I'm not having that many troubles with these analog stick controls, which I was quite surprised about, because it was one of my main concerns coming into this device. But I think the analog stick is okay. Good. Like, you look at it and you think it might be uncomfortable, but it's actually alright. Yeah, if they put A133 in here, it might have been better. Dual Drive, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another stream. Mario Kart Hero. I'm not that good at Sonic. I'm a Nintendo. I grew up Nintendo. RP5 screen folded upwards and reveal the 4x3 screen. What is the biggest oh god, how do you do this? Alright. What is the biggest 4x3 device, I wonder? I think it's probably it's probably like the RG35. Oh, sorry, the RG4 series, right? Oh god, how do I do this? Yeah. Wait a minute. What's the biggest 4x3 screen? Has there been a 5-inch 4x3 device? I don't think so, right? A TV. Oh, you know what, Dawson James? You just reminded me. Yeah, and in my in-laws at my in-laws' place, they have 3 CRTs. They have there's a 14-inch, there's like a 24 or 20. It's like a 21, and then there's a massive like 28 widescreen, and they don't use them. They don't use them. They just got them in the rooms, and I really wanted to take, like, it's massive, right? But it's, it must be what, 35 kilos or something, and it must cost a bomb to send. I think it'll cost a bomb to send like a 28-inch CRT. I think it's even it's a Philips one, I think, but it looks so nice. Like just sitting there. 16:9 as well. It's a 16:9 one. Like it must be quite, just on the tail end of CRTs, and no, they don't have them. They don't have them all in one. It's just like a. I mean, they have one for each. There's one in each room, in each bedroom, right? But yeah, there's a 28 inch. The 28 inch is the big one, right? And it's a Philips one, and it's really like, it looks really nice, and I think it still works, and the condition is okay. It's just a bit dusty, but yeah, bloody hell, I kind of like it makes me want to research how much it would cost to send, like such a big TV, like it must be 40 kilos, yeah, to overseas, out of China. They'll probably be in customs, right? And then they'll think that they'll be going through the boxes in customs and be like, what the hell is this? All right, I'm gonna play a Saturn game, but I don't know what this game is. I'm not expecting good things from Saturn emulation here, but let's see what Saturn emulator they're using. They may be using Yaba. Yeah, they're using Yaba Sanshiro 1.9.0. Yeah, let's just show the FPS. Okay, I don't know what this game is. Yeah, LSMNX, I think there are some. Oh god, what is this? I think there are some games missing, or some systems missing, rather. I don't know what this is. Okay, Atlas. Shin Megami Tensei, maybe? Okay, let's see what this is. Princess Crown. Okay, what's Princess Crown? Is it a shooting game? Let's see. Oh god, it's in Chinese. Of course it's in Chinese. Oh, this is like, wait a minute. This is, what not Odin Sphere. The other one. It's like, what's that other game? I've forgotten what the game is. The one with the... It is Odin Sphere, right? Seeker's Power Build Motor Mechanic with the emoji. I have reactivated emojis. Let me... Oh god, what's going on? Sorry, I'm just fiddling around my phone here. Okay. That's a good question, Dawson James. Maybe they just didn't bother with the big logo. Okay, Mario Kart Hero. That is quite cool to know. Did this game come out on anywhere else, or is it a Saturn game? Is it only a Saturn game? Okay, that's pretty cool. Mario Kart Hero. Well, it's got a Chinese translation, apparently. Oh God, 1 year's okay. Interesting. All right, there is some skip coming into it. So when it says skip, it means like some frames were skipped. But on the whole, it's running decently, and more importantly for Saturn, it's actually looking decent because Saturn's full of glitches, right? Saturn emulation does have a lot of glitches. Nice. Yeah, I guess when something gets fully translated into Chinese, like it doesn't really get, it probably doesn't get broadcasted on Reddit. The news probably only filters down to the Chinese retro gamers. Maybe I should learn more Chinese and then I can play stuff like this. Wait a minute, is this... Hang on, is this traditional Chinese? This could be like... I think this might be traditional Chinese. So that means it could be like a Chinese... It could be like a Taiwanese... Taiwan Hong Kong version of the game. I'm not certain though, because I can't read. Yeah, I'm not certain. It could be. Yeah, I couldn't say for sure. Oh, actually, I think it is simplified Chinese. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Seeker's Power Build Mods Mechanic knows. Yeah, I saw something. Yeah, I saw something as well. I was thinking, because back in the day, probably more games came out in Hong Kong and Taiwan than in mainland China. Then got approved in mainland China. I'm thinking, I could be talking rubbish, but that would make sense to me. Tom's Cubes and Gems, extremely impressive machine. I think it's quite... I think for the size of it and for the... Just like... Because you've got the sticks as well, I think that's pretty decent. Oh, this is quite cool. I think it's decent. But then I also think the price that people are asking for it, or that AliExpress are asking for it, is a bit much. It is definitely a bit much. Like, I'm not going to pay... I wouldn't pay $90 for this, for example. Oh, God. But I think, 50, 60 is reasonable. What are the trending games in China? I saw... there was a game called Identity, which everyone seemed to be shilling. Genshin and Honkai Star Rail. I saw a lot of memorabilia about this. There was this LSM&X. There was this game in the arcades which everyone was playing. It was like this ring of buttons. It's like an arcade, right? A stand-up arcade, and there's like a ring of, let's say, 12 buttons. and then there's a screen in the middle, and then the sort of the prompts, like the icons, come out of the middle, and you've got to press the button on the edge, right? This was super popular, and people were like wearing gloves to play. It's like a rhythm game, right? Okay, I don't know where I'm meant to be going. Yeah, it's like you press the buttons. Like there's a ring of. All right, here we go. Give me a second. You're gonna have an artist's impression, right? Okay, like imagine that, yeah. Imagine this thing on like a stand-up arcade, and the screen is in the middle, and then the notes or the prompts, the button prompts, come out of the middle, and then you have to press these like it's like a rhythm game, yeah. Like there would be esports level people playing this stuff, like just dancing around and just hitting all these buttons. And there was like 8. There was one arcade which was like 8 of the stations just set up, and they were all playing that game. I don't know I think it was a Sega. It might have been a Sega game. Yeah, and then I guess people were playing mobile games, but I didn't know what mobile games they were. I don't know what it was called. Seeker's Power Build Motor Mechanic. I also don't know what the hell I'm doing. Can I go somewhere, please? Okay, it's telling me the instructions. Just get me out of here, please. I'm in some kind of a loop. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Seeker's Power Build Motor Mechanic. It sounds like the game I'm talking about. Yes. Okay, alright, that's what I'm meant to do. Oh god. Oh, these graphics look quite good for Saturn. Oh god, I got. Oh dear. I'm having most luck with the jumping attack here. Okay, Seekers. I think that's it. I'll have to Google it afterwards, but yeah, that's the one that I saw loads of people playing. And then sorry too. There was someone asking about, is Wulong popular? Is it Wulong or Wukong? Are you asking about? I saw people playing Wukong. Basically, I guess a lot of people, they can't afford to buy a PlayStation 5, which is fair enough. It's expensive. What they do is you'll see like about 15 sofas, and then big like 50-inch TVs just in the middle of a mall. And then you can rent the sofa, you can rent the game station there, and you can play Wukong, or you can play the PlayStation 5 there, or the Switch, for an hour or something. And I think that's how people spend their time, playing games. So they do it outside. So I saw a lot of that going on as well. But yeah, what's else? What other question? Yeah, they do like rhythm games, because like Drum Mania, Guitar Freak's still going. I used to play a bit of Beat Mania, and I like Beat Mania, but it was definitely the rhythm games and the driving games which were the most popular. There were some oldies like sitting around playing King Fighters, but I didn't see that much Oh, there was some shooting games as well. Time Crisis 5. There was like a zombie shooting game which was Chinese. I don't know what that was. But yeah, the arcades are quite alive in China, which is kind of cool to see. There's some homegrown games as well. I don't know what those were, but you know, you can kind of there's a lot of like Three Kingdoms style Dynasty Warriors stuff. So they like that as well. Okay, how long have we been going? We've been going about 2 hours. Okay, so I'm probably going to call it here for the stream. We've given you a whistle-stop tour of Miyoo Flip. Let's check the battery, actually. Let's check the battery. So I hope you've enjoyed this return. Let's check RetroArch just to check the battery. 64%. So I've been going for 2 hours. I started at around 99, 100%. So that's the battery check. And yeah, this is the Miyoo Flip. Right, so to summarize, what do I think of this device? The controls are better than I thought they were going to be in all aspects. I think the D-pad and the sticks are better than... Because I thought the D-pad might have been shit. Because I did not like I wasn't a big fan of the Miyoo Mini Plus D-pad, and I guess it's the same one that they use on the Mini as well. So I didn't think that was a great D-pad, but I think this one is good. Also the A30 as well. I think this is the best Miyoo D-pad actually, out of all the ones that I've used. Because I never really did get on with those other ones. Those big stubby D-pads. The analog sticks are okay. They're a bit. They're a little bit small. I think they're a little bit smaller than Switch ones, like the top, the cap, and it's not a big problem. But I did feel comfortable playing Mario 64 and God of War as well, and Sonic. I've actually played a lot more analog stick games than today, but I did find that okay. Sound out of the speakers all right, but as I said before, the sound out of the 3mm jack is shit. It's noisy. Basically, when you have it on 0, it will buzz in your ear, which is really bad. It's actually pretty bad. And then there's some noise, some fuzz and some hiss, anything above 0. Seeker's Powerbell Motor Mechanic asking, is it the same performance level as RG35XX lineup? It's slightly better, but there's a trade-off with a bit more heat. So I can definitely feel, with the sound game, I could definitely feel a bit more heat coming out. And it's sort of centered around this area here. So there's definitely a bit more heat coming out as I was pushing out those, PSP, Saturn N64, those higher end systems, those newer systems for sure. Tom's Cubes and Games, thanks for joining, thanks for coming back as well. Yeah, Seeker's Powerbell Motor Mechanic, I'll be back. Don't worry, I will be doing more streams. Yeah, LS7X, the battery is only 3000 milliamps, so it's not like... I think what we got out of it is okay, but the capacity is not great. And you have to remember that this is a smaller device as well. So this, the RG35X XSP in my hand here has a 3300 milliamp battery, whereas this one is like 3000. So yeah, the XX series, most of them have bigger batteries than this. All right, okay. So let's call it here for the Miyoo Flip. I want to say thank you very much to who's that nice person who was it? Yeah, Dual Drive. I want to say thank you very much to Dual Drive for the super chat. It's much appreciated. Any super chats go towards funding the handheld craze. I did buy this one with my own money. There are one or two which I do get sent over. Like Magic X have been kind enough to send me the Mini 028. So I got this for free, and I might be getting some other stuff for free as well, or for review. But any cash, any super chats, greatly appreciated and go towards buying other devices. Okay, so one last question here. Dawson James, curious, what do I think Retroid up to with their secret vertical? I thought it might have been a flip, but I might be mistaken with that. I thought it might be a small flip, but I think I'm probably mistaken. It might have been some wishful thinking. But I did, because I saw a lot of Japanese people, because I get Japanese messages on my Twitter, and I saw a lot of those people speculating that the one in the background was also a flip, and they were more excited about that one. But so I think if they bring out two flips, then that would be kind of cool. But I don't know, Dawson James. I think probably, most likely, it's just going to be as expected. You know, like a 865 Snapdragon 865 vertical, because we haven't had a powerful vertical. Like the most powerful vertical is probably the RG406V, right? Like that's affordable. That is, because I'm excluding the Iron Neo, because it's not affordable. It's just a stupid price, right? It's what, $400-$500. So I think there's a gap. Retroid are probably seeing a gap there, like at $300. Pocket DMG is like $400, right? So I'm not like. I mean, there needs to be a lot of super chats for me to go for that. Put it this way, right? There needs to be a ton of super chats for me to go out and get a Pocket DMG. So the next thing is what, RG406V. So there's a big gap there. 200, between 200 and 300, and Retroid are probably seeing that gap and thinking, okay, we can put an SD 865 there. I mean, even if they put a bloody what is it, Dimensity 1100 or 1200 there as well, that'll be doable. But then the Dimensity is too hot, right? So it's probably going to be an 865 SD 865, I reckon. So it will be probably what you expect, I think, Dawson James. What is I think what let's speculate a bit more. What is interesting is, what is Ambernic going to do? And I really don't know. I really don't know what Ambernic's going to do. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to see. Because yeah, I mean they went on that big run, that 12-month run, and it'll be interesting to see what they do, what they come back with. All right, let's call it here. Miyoo Flip. So similar to the, I think kind of similar to the A30, but without as many flaws. Like, it's not bad, but for the price that they're asking at the moment, the Miyoo Flip is not worth it. Like, you know, 60 above is too much for this. Like 70, 80, 90 is a lot of money for something for this device. But then I think as time goes on and they produce more of these flips, the price comes down, similar to the A30, right? Because the A30 is really cheap now. It starts to become more of a interesting proposition. But the thing is, right? Yeah, 35XX SP is already there, so it's kind of hard to recommend the Flip. It's okay. It's like there's a few things which I thought were going to be terrible, like the controls, but actually they're okay. But yeah, it's always a bit different when you get it in the hand and we start playing on it. You start playing Mario 64 or whatever. You start testing out your favorite games. So I think it's not bad, and if we see it get a lot cheaper, then it becomes more compelling. Yeah, LSMNX, we already have Gamma OS core, which is on the free release now. So there's a free version of that for Miyoo Flip, and probably tonight I'll try it. I'll have a quick mess around with it. All right, so I'm gonna call it there. Thank you to everyone for watching. This has been the Miyoo Flip. Thank you to Solidus T, LSMNX, and Dawson James, Seekers Powerbuild Multi Mechanic, Ryan F, Tom's Cubes and Games. Thanks for coming back. Mohammed, thank you for watching. Mario Kart Hero, Latino C, Ryan F, did I say your name? Deal Drive, again, thank you very much for the super chat. SWPL Gaming, take care. Who else is here? Alan Terry Knight. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Mima69. Fadel G6. Sorry I couldn't get any racing games in today. Sahabat Gamer. Thank you for watching. Airwalk1616 from the beginning. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next stream, which will likely be the GKD Pixel or the Game MT E5 Plus. We'll see. We'll see what I feel like. Also, I will do a Mini 028 stream. So a lot of new devices. Stick around. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, I've just... Bye-bye.